Welcome everybody into the Living Dead Wax channel. I am your host Ty. I'm joined by my co-host Tyler, and we are coming at you with another vinyl hauls, talking about some recent pickups we may have had or stuff we've been listening to, stuff like that. Tyler, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing killer, brother. I'm doing absolutely fucking killer. We just went over way too much. We went over a stupid loser thread on a forum with a bunch of losers because we are also losers, and we found the
Yeah,
biggest dummy on the loser thread. So we were doing that for the last 20 minutes, which I really thoroughly enjoyed.
it's fun.
But it's always fun. Yeah, we had a couple weeks off. Now we're back better than ever. No worries.
Yeah, we're back, man. We are back. Let's get it cooking, man. I love the winter time here for obvious reasons. It's amazing weather. But like when it's just rainy and dreary for like 2 or 3 days straight, man, it's rough. It's hard for me to get motivated.
Yeah,
It's not great. So
I mean, the seasonal depression is real. Like that is a true, real thing. And whether you want to like you get like a serious depression or not, it's a bummer. And I think that we have like a very weird relationship with it because we
mhm.
don't really have much of a dark winter, a very long winter necessarily. Like we're in Phoenix, so whatever.
Mhm.
But I think like our brains are so accustomed for so much of the year to be in that sunny, hot, unfortunately, weather. So when we do get the dreary, it's been like that from honestly the last 2 weeks or so. And
Yeah.
we talked about it last time on the podcast. I think we talked about how we really
Yeah.
enjoy the change of pace. But when it sticks around for a little bit too long, it does get a little odd because that's not
Yeah.
something we deal with too often. It's more like a day or two, and then it moves on because it has to. But it's kind of hung out a little bit, and we need with the dad comment. We need the rain. We need it.
Yeah.
So
Very true.
we need the rain. So there's that. But yeah, I know I'm with you. Yeah, the cold, dreary, especially for you, because I work at home, so I'm not going outside very much. You're going on job sites to go check shit out or whatever. And
Yeah.
if you have to do an install, you might, whatever. And it kind of sucks to do all of that in a cold warehouse or whatever and kind of deal with
Mhm.
that shit.
Yeah, it's just, you wake up, it's dark, I usually get home before, but you know what I mean. Like the sun's going down quicker, and then usually I get a cold that lingers for like a
Yeah.
month, and I'm finally out of it.
Yeah.
So like I basically stopped going to the gym because I had a cold, I had an ear infection, and then I got a cold,
Oh, yes.
and
Yes,
so
yes,
like
yes.
everything just stopped. So like it just
Yeah.
stopped the podcast, stopped going to the gym, and then it's just like it's fucking cold and rainy. So I'm over
For
it.
sure. Yeah, it's not a fun time. Also, yeah, I remember the night like bookend of your day
Oh yeah.
fucking sucks. It's absolutely one of the worst things. I remember when I used to work in Tempe, I would leave at 6 every morning, and well, every morning, but like in the wintertime, leave at 6 especially. And so 6 or so, 6:30 to go that drive for an hour and a half to get there by 8. And so I'd get in there just in time. It was all good. And then driving home at 5, literally by the time I pull into the parking spot, it's already
Mm.
dark and I'm walking in
Oh
the
yeah.
exact same light that I walked out at. You miss the entire day. Like, grant you, like
Yep.
in theory, you still have hours upon hours before you really have to go to sleep if you want to or whatever. You can get some stuff done, but your brain doesn't tell you that. Your brain goes, "No, I don't want to do that, man.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's really late. We're tired. We want to go do this." Like, it sucks. It especially sucks. Also, I didn't. So I'm a new gym goer in like 3 or 4 months or whatever, right? So I'm a relatively new gym goer. My first winter, I didn't know how to gym up in the winter. So coming outside, I just came outside in my shorts, my t-shirt, right? And I was sweaty and stuff, whatever, right? And I was hot. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go outside and it's gonna feel fucking great. No, it was instantly
Yeah, of
freezing.
course, it's freezing.
Instantly
Yeah.
freezing. Like it's the worst. Like my testicles went into my throat, and I was like, "This shit sucks." And the first day I did it, because I didn't know I was doing in my life. The first day I did it, it had just recently rained, and so I like the wind kicked up after I went into the gym. So it wasn't there when I went in the gym, but after we were coming out. So when I did that, I took the wind. It went up my shorts, and I was like, "This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me." It was terrible, and I didn't make the mistake again. I still take my hoodie with me, take it off before, put it back on, and then it kind of sucks for like the knees a little bit maybe
I just
afterwards, but it's good.
I just wear the hoodie in the gym. Just get the
It's
sweat
too
on.
hot. No, I fucking hate it. I can't do it. Like I know dudes do that. Obviously, it's a thing. I can't do it.
Mm.
It makes me way too sweaty. and then I and then I get really self-conscious that I stink real bad, and yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like
you're at
that.
the gym.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't want to stink. You know?
I understand what you're saying, but like if you stink there, I don't think anybody's gonna be like, this guy stinks. I can't believe that. No,
Yeah,
like you're at the gym working out. So like
we've already had a situation together actually where a woman commented on my scent.
this guy smelled like the Home Depot. Which is the funniest thing ever.
It's so to this is a story for our millions of listeners. We went to an outdoor free show at ASU 10 years ago at least, right? And it was super fun, it was cool, whatever. And we were in the field at ASU, the baseball field. And they had just sodded it and they just put down seed on top of it. And so we were at the show or whatever, right? And so me and Ty are there, and Ty's like a little bit behind me, like a little tiny bit, like one person maybe behind me to my side, and the girl is right next to Ty. And then so we're jamming out, whatever, the concert, cool. And then so it gets quiet, and then the girl says, "This guy smells like the Home Depot," referring to me, not understanding it's the entire outside, like it's the entire field. It's not me. I'm just the one blowing it into you because we're moving around, and I guess it's coming off of my body in a certain way, but it's just billowing towards you from my body moving. It's not me, weirdo. So also smells like the Home Depot. Hilarious statement. So two levels of absolute ridiculous little nature there, but
now that I think about it too, it wasn't a great idea to like do all your lawn care and then just have a fucking concert.
I remember it was dusty as shit because it was also a little breezy that night. And I remember me and you talking after the show. We were like, "Yeah, we just breathed in a bunch of chemicals from the infield and everything else. Like, this is not a great deal." And I think we both had awful headaches the next day.
Yeah,
not a good time.
It's just a weird night in general. There's more to that story too. There's more there. We could save it for like a concert stories podcast, but there's afterwards at that concert. Okay. I'm almost positive.
Okay. I don't remember, but
it involves driving somebody home.
That wasn't the show.
I thought it was.
No, that was the show we went to. Did you see Taking Back Sunday with me?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Because we were definitely because we were at Marquee. I forget what show it was. We went to Marquee for that. We absolutely were, because that person we're talking about was at Marquee. I don't think a show was going on that, but like whatever. But yeah, we'll save it for we'll do a concert story one, and we'll do all those. We'll have a great time.
Yeah, we'll hash that out another night. But anyways, guys, let's get into pickups. We talk about vinyl and cassettes and VHS and magazines, and we've shown all types of stuff on Vinyl Haul. So it's not just vinyl, but if you are into this type of stuff, give us a sub, a like, comment down below. We're at 13 subs now. So
nice. Yeah, we're just $1 million sharp than a millionaire. So
yeah, 100%. So it's funny, we do better views than subs, so I don't know. That's fine.
So you could do the theory there that they don't like us that much. they see it, they're like, "Oh, never mind. We have the views, I guess. So handful and a half of views," and they're like, "Nah, that's all right. I don't need that in my life for a week. I don't need the constant reminder."
Yeah, exactly. That's amazing. All right, let's get into it. So Tyler's got some stuff, I think. I don't know if you just want to go through all your stuff, or we want to bounce back and forth, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we could. I'm gonna blow through mine because you have a lot more and a lot cooler shit.
Yeah, I got a decent amount because I had some other stuff too outside of what you know. So
okay, all right. So I'll blow through mine real quick. So this was something me and Ty just got together actually in a last Zia haul, and he will showcase his haul there. But so we went to Zia last weekend, right? And we found a bunch of stuff. Something that I found. I'm a massive Van Halen fan, as established.
Two weekends ago. It was two weekends ago. Yeah.
Time flies. All right, so fair. So massive Van Halen fan. So if I find anything Van Halen related that I don't already have and it's readily available or affordable, weird stuff, I don't care. I'll buy it. So there was a UK import for Hot for Teacher at Zia. So it's a 12-inch single. It has Hot for Teacher on it. It has Hear About It Later and also Little Dreamer. So Fair Warning and Van Halen one. So interesting. I didn't realize that until right now, by the way, that they mixed those two releases for a B-side.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's a later then. That's after.
So it came out for 84, but then they pulled from the first record to put it on.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Is that big picture? Is that picture on there like the 7-inch picture? Just shrunk down?
Ooh, I want to say no. I can't. Okay. I can't really tell you exactly what the 7-inch looks like. I don't actually own this 7-inch. I have most of the other singles for 84 because they're the most out there. But I don't know. Maybe. Also, looking all getting it pulled off here. So 45 Hot for Teacher, and then the 45 for obviously Hear About It Later and Little Dreamer. So sick.
Yeah.
This was like $12, I think, $13, and it's in pretty killer condition considering it's traveled over the seas and survived the last 40 years almost. So there you go, super sick. Yeah, love it. So I got that. I have to say the receipts because I do that now and you don't because you don't want to tell your daughter any cool stories later. It's fine.
I get digital receipts. Save the
have her read the emails. Yeah, have her read the emails.
Yeah.
Here.
Forward them to her.
Skip some of the emails, but go to the ones that say Z and you'll get a little bit of a story in my life. So also another thing I got. So my favorite record of all time got a repress. So Midtown got back together the middle of last year, and they did a bunch of shows this winter, and I guess they're doing a bunch more shows for this upcoming year. They supported they were on tour with My Chem for that first My Chem tour. So they opened for that tour, which was fucking awesome. Yeah, fucking awesome for them. And they played with Fall Out Boy, I think, a few times over the last year or two because they came back together twice before for like one-off little runs, and this is the first time they actually did like a proper 10-day tour. And so I guess they're gonna keep doing it for next year or for this year. This year. So that'll be 6. I've never seen Midtown, and so they did repress for all the records. I only pre-ordered this because this came up on Amazon many moons ago. And so it finally came in. This got pushed back. It was originally supposed to be in November, December, and then finally January. So got this. Our good buddy Zach also got his copy here. So
nice. You can add that Shout out Zach.
Shout out Zach. He got the wall going on there in the basement. So there you go. He has a finished basement, by the way. He peaked pretty quickly. But he beat us having cool basement life.
Yeah, I'm never gonna have that here. So
yeah, I mean,
we could. Dollars.
We gotta spend buku dollars and dig up that floor of yours of the house.
Yeah,
get you a good basement going. So anyway, so Midtown, forget what you know. Got repressed, and I think there's 2 different pressings of this right now, so I still need to actually get one because I do want to variant this because it's my favorite record of all time, and it's gonna be like a red and black marble.
Gotcha.
So red black swirl is what it's called on the label. So stoked about that. So love it. I think this is still available out there. I think all of them are still available out there. They were money for a good minute, but I have the theory that there was only demand of like maybe a couple hundred people, and so they all got them with this repress, and I think they're all going to go pretty steadily down. So hopefully, I have all of them, so I would like to have a little bit of money if I needed it. But,
that's the only one you rebought, you repurchased.
That's it. So that's the one I rebought now. I still have, there's one more variant out there. It's like a half orange, half blue or something, I think it is. And that variant is out there, I think, out of 500. So I need to get that at some point here pretty quick.
Okay.
So all right. So a couple more. So I got Andy Hull, lead singer of Manchester Orchestra. He repressed his Demos EP. Or I guess LP, so because there are a lot of songs on here. It's a double LP, and so they have 2006, 2010, or 2007 right there, and then 2008 through 2010 on this side. So it's the same release, but it's 2 different titles, I guess, or whatever. 2 different sides, you want to say? So this is on, I believe, black and red. Yeah. So that's pretty sick.
Cool. Yeah.
So got that finally in the pre-orders, and then also Oh, then I got this today. I saw Ty this picture. So found out what this is. So it's the
Okay.
Love Drive Scorpions release. It's an 87 Indonesian cassette.
Oh,
But yeah, because I've never seen that cover before. I've obviously seen the band cover because I have it.
that's on
but I've never
that's
seen
on the
that.
back of the record, or it's on the inner sleeve.
Okay, so they repurposed it because that's the J card. So they repurposed it. There's
Mhm.
nothing here, so that's the real cover they
okay.
used. So
Okay.
I opened this up and I'm looking through it and I'm like, all right, cool. So something I didn't have a chance to look this up, but I was when we were talking before. This is by the way, it's brand new. Like, it still has like the name of the tape company on there. So absolutely insane. Anyway, so I open it up and I'm looking at the cassette and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to look it up. It's actually In Trance. It's not Love Drive. So someone has multiple Scorpions cassettes, and they might still be there at the Antiques Mall, possibly, if I looked hard enough, and maybe could have switched it back in. But yeah, so In Trance, something I did notice on here. I want to know where it's from. I'm gonna assume from one of the more stingy countries with their content that they like, because on here it says registered #1 to the Ministry of Culture and Information, past censorship by KECPP. So if you want to Google that real quick, Google KECPP.
Okay. KECCP. Is it China?
No, KECPP.
Oh, CPP.
1 C, 2 Ps. Yeah, 1 C, 2 Ps. Yes, sir. And maybe censorship.
Label really. Here's a. Here we go. Looks like South Korea.
All right. There we go. So
I thought it was going to be like behind the Iron Curtain shit or some shit. I don't know, but I guess they didn't even get those. So
yeah, no, for sure. Because I looked this up on Discogs, and there's a number of unofficial releases. Because I think that's obviously what's this 80, 87. So yeah, or 79. It says 79. So that's prime. Fuck you, Russia times. So like,
yeah,
they were doing their own bootlegs. But South Korea, on the other hand, has a censored copy of fucking In Trance. So interesting. So I have an Indonesian case for Love Drive and a South Korean copy of In Trance. So
it still Sting still exists. So
K-pop
good for them
getting censored. Good for them.
Yeah, gotta keep it under control. All right, we don't want the kids getting too crazy.
Yeah, we already did all that over here, man. They looked at us like they ruined it.
Yeah.
And then last two. Oh, I lied to you. Shit. Okay, hold on. I'll do this, and you do one of yours, and I'll come back and bounce back to me because I don't want to go too long. But so I also got the laser discs. So Ty came over to my apartment 2 weekends ago and raided our laserdisc collection, because when Ty moved, he gave me all of his, and we're still friends, so I'm not really going to assume the collection, all is mine, really. And so whatever you bought, you could have back. So he wanted to put some more stuff for the room there, and so I think it's probably in front of you. I guess I'm assuming.
I put it in the hall.
Oh, or put it in the hall
for now. I don't have much room in here anymore, so
fair enough. So he took a bunch of that stuff to frame it up to put in the room, but now put in the hall. And so we got back in the laserdisc mood for half a second. And so we found International Man of Mystery, Austin Powers. So FNA, this is sealed, still sealed. Perfect.
That one's money too.
So this one is
later pressing. Yeah.
So this one, for when I looked it up, this one was a few dollars. Spy Who Shagged Me is the one.
Okay, that one is.
Yeah, you're right. This is $1.20. Okay. Yeah. So all day, it's all day upwards of $100 plus on eBay, which is really interesting to me. Yeah, because I'm assuming this is 2000, 99, 2000.
Yeah, it's a late pressing. Yeah,
very late.
It's funny because right after you bought that, I was watching the Laserdisc Wolfpack podcast, and somebody brought that up.
Brought Spy Who Shagged Me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if it's like a notable
ones.
Okay. That's why they brought it up. I wonder if it's a notable in terms of like because we looked this up before, like the last VHSs, the last DVDs and stuff like that. We looked that up before. There's obviously still DVDs, so I guess we haven't done that. But I wonder if it's one of the last gasps of Laserdisc.
It might be
Has
in
to
North
be.
America. I mean, obviously Japan got stuff because there's like episode
Forever.
1 got a Laserdisc in Japan, but we
Yes.
didn't get an episode 1 Laserdisc here.
No.
So that's kind of the same time frame. So it might be one of the last North American pressings.
That would kind of make sense. Yeah. So
very
there's
close.
that. So, got those. And then I'll knock this out right now, whatever. And then I'll get it all to you.
Okay.
So last week, I took a midday off, and I did that today again, which is amazing. If you have PTO and you can do it, take middays off. It's awesome. Or midweek days off. It's amazing. So last week, Ty doesn't have the option. Apologies. His boss is a dick, so he just doesn't let him do it.
Yeah.
Don't let your dad see that. I love you, Jim. I'm sorry.
So I mean, it's more Elizabeth than anything. It's Elizabeth. It's more the boss of everybody. So
there you go.
We just
Sister-in-law, very sweet girl.
We just kind of make our own hours anyway. So
there you go. But you're a busy man. You're doing things.
I'm in a very good situation. So,
better situation, some would say. So I went to Brass Armadillo, which is a antique mall here, and I found for $3 a Smashing Pumpkins, the Aeroplane Flies High.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Box set, but it was just the box, $3. So empty. It's supposed to have 5 CDs in here of all the singles with the B-sides from Melancholy, obviously. And what's cool in here is it has this box belongs to right there, which is pretty sick. But also this came with the it's not a sticker, it's just a tag that was on the back. So it came with that tag, which is pretty sick. Love that. So I bought that for $3, and it's really nice. And the only thing that was really wrong with it, it's a little off white. It's supposed to be perfect white. It's a little bit off. And then there was a piece of Scotch tape on the side of this that I just ripped off or whatever, and it took off a little of the sheen there, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks.
Oh, gotcha.
So I've known this exists forever. Me and Ty have seen these over the years at Zia and different record shops or whatever in the town here. So we've seen them. I know they're a little money, so that's when I found this for $3. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick it up, whatever, right? And then my plan was to piece together eventually, just look at the CDs for Pumpkins in the Valley and whenever we go places, just see if I can piece together the 5 CD set. I can buy them on eBay, whatever, but if I can buy them for a few dollars, maybe I want to do that. So I looked on eBay and I wanted to see what was going on with the set, and I found a picture of a sealed copy of the box set from a clutter cleanup place in Atlanta. And so I said, I'm going to buy that for $30. It's sealed.
Oh,
I need that. $30 is a fucking killer deal. So I'm going to get that. So came last night, picked it up this morning.
Oh, nice.
And not really great. Not
so it wasn't sealed?
No, it was a stock picture, but it's not a stock picture of like, it looks like they took it. So I'm a little bit contemplating returning it, but also the CDs are 100% mint because these obviously for big boxes and B-sides, the collector's kind of piece. So collectors aren't really going to bust out these singles too often.
How much?
And plus you're already kind of bordering on Napster. So you could just download the songs you really wanted to listen to all the time if you wanted to.
True.
So
how much does it normally go for?
Let's say for CDs, let's say $80 maybe, 85, maybe $100, and I think for sealed it's going for like 200.
Gotcha.
So
I think that's a good deal. I wouldn't return it.
Yeah. So
because if you wanted to piece them together anyway, how much are you spending? $3 to $5 per CD.
I think here probably in store because on eBay they were like $10 a piece, maybe give or take some here and there. You can buy sets together for like 20, 25 ship, 30 ship, something like that. And so like it would I kind of break even on it a little bit, but it came with the handle broken in the bag.
I didn't know the handle was broke.
Handle's broke.
I didn't realize that.
Handle's broke. It's a little bit more beat up. It's a little more discolored. It's actually wider on the front than in this one is, but I'm pretty sure this one was near probably a window or something or other. And then it's got a little more beat up little nature to it, and the clasp is a little bit messed up. But the seat also still came with the tag, so this person also kept the tag, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And then came with all the CDs, singles in here, so pretty sick. They're all, like I said, they're all mint, 100% mint. The only thing that was, and I actually don't have it because I put it underneath a 7-inch box. There's a booklet that goes in here with these. And the booklet was a little bit messed up, a little frayed on the ends because someone put it in backwards and they went to go close this and they wouldn't close properly. So they were going to get it close, so it fucked up the booklet. So that shit fucking bothers me. So I put that underneath the 7-inch box to see if we can put that for a couple hours and see if it kind of comes back to life a little bit. So there's that. Still, I don't know if I want to do the return. I think I'm going to keep it. I guess $30 is not too bad. But I just hate the fact that it's still broken and stuff. It sucks.
I mean, you were already going to try to buy the CDs anyway, so you just did it all at once.
Yeah, that basically. So and that's going to be a donor.
I would return it if you didn't already have the box.
Yeah, you're right. 100%. But yeah, so that sucks. So I like this. And I didn't even realize this would be fragile, really. Like when I was carrying this around the Antiques Mall, it was just like carrying like a normal person, whatever, right? And maybe it's not that fragile. Maybe this one shouldn't be sent in a bag because it's going to smash and shatter everywhere.
Yeah, it just got smashed. Well, probably. Too, I mean, if it was kept in any sunlight, like plastic gets brittle. So
yeah, it's yellow,
especially 20-plus-year-old plastic. So
yeah, it's 96, right? I think but it's crazy. So anyway, so there's that. So got these and gonna decide what I want to do and see how I feel, but there's that. So anyway, my pickups from the last few weeks. Now Ty can showcase all this fucking killer stuff that he got at Zia. The same time, this is all the same time, all one time for most of this. He got other stuff, but most of it's all from one experience at Zia. And I got the Van Halen single. We all, I think it's from all the same guy. I'm gonna go and guarantee that all of it's from the same guy, including my Van Halen single. Because this guy took care of his shit and it's fucking nice.
I'm going to do a couple other things first before that. Just other things I haven't shown that I got recently too. So we're working on a Killers ranking. So I needed a copy of Sam's Town. So I just ordered one off Discogs because I never see them in the stores anymore for whatever reason. Yeah. So got a copy of Sam's Town.
The copy that you gave me last when you were selling everything, that got restocked on the website.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. So I don't know if it's still. I saw an alert up about it on vinyl, so I meant to text you about it actually.
Gotcha.
And so it might still be there, it might not, but I want to say a few weeks ago got keep going.
It's a cool. I'm happy with this. It's not.
Yeah.
But we are eventually going to do a Killers ranking, so had to get that in. Scheduling. He's got a schedule.
Yeah.
So I had to get that because that's the one I didn't have. And then the other one I didn't have was Day and Age, and I got the 20th anniversary one. So this is cool. It's like a booklet, and this was cheap too on Discogs, brand new.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it's like a book, and pretty cool.
How much was it?
Like $25 shipped, I think.
Wow,
something
that's
like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I wanted to add that in because that's a few years old now because that record came out in 2008. So that was the 10-year anniversary pressing.
Yeah. So you said 20 before, and I was that's when my brain was like, wow, it's been 20 years. Yeah, 10. So 10 years. You're right.
Yeah. Well, Hot Fuss has been 20 years, but
yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's been 10 years. So that was 2018, and there's I don't know if they're keeping it in press or whatever. So I figured I'd hop on that because they're not going to do that ever again. They might do a 20 year, but it'll be different.
Yeah, you made out because I just looked on the website. It's sold out on the website, and they still have it listed, but it's sold out. It's 38 plus shipping on the website originally, so you already made out on them like a bandit. So you're good.
Well, I figured as much because there was a lot of listings that were higher, but there was old listings that people hadn't updated.
Ooh, okay.
So
nice.
Yeah, I think I got that. It was from a record shop. I want to say like Minnesota or something.
Okay.
And then the last thing I got that's not, I think it's the last thing I got that's not a part of that Zia haul is Def Leppard Hysteria. Finally got my copy of freaking Hysteria. So this is the repress copy.
Love it.
With the Gatefold 2 LP. I haven't spun this yet, so I don't know how it sounds, but
It's good, man.
got the guys in there. Do you have this one?
Yeah, I have that one, and then
Okay.
I have a couple originals. There you go. Hell yeah. I have a couple originals, and I think no, that's a lie. I was gonna say the picture disc. That's Pyromania. I have that random picture disc of Pyromania. But
Gotcha.
yeah, it's a cool set. It sounds really cool. It's really good. I mean, I don't understand how, because I don't think it's a long record. I think the record's maybe 38 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe. Let's say.
Can't be that I think it's long. Over 40.
Yeah. And on a single LP, it going to a double LP, I think is a fucking killer move, and it sounds awesome on there. With the Mutt Lange production, I mean, as we've talked about many times, that Mutt Lange production, you're not going to go wrong with that. Also, on that same tip, something I do watch from time to time. I have not pulled the trigger because I'm not spending the money on it, but I do watch from time to time on eBay the Hysteria Super Deluxe CD set, and just to kind of see where that's at. And it's not really a lot of money. I just want it to be cheaper than what it is. So
gotcha.
It's going for, let's see. Yeah, and that has all the live shit on there and all the live records and all that stuff, and it was just killer. But it's not even, I can't even find it right now. But yeah, anyway, super sick, and I'm glad you finally got that because that was gone for a long time.
Yeah, so finally got that on Amazon. I guess I don't know if they repressed it. It's still the same dead wax and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, or they just found more copies of it because even the repress got pricier. So yeah, I'm excited to finally have that back in the collection. Obviously a great record. And then this was from Zia too, but it was from a different Zia. So it wasn't part of that same haul. Got the Cult, Electric. Absolutely love this. Got the old Sire label on there. This is I can't remember. 87. I want to say this is an 87 pressing too. I can't remember.
I don't think
on this. It is a cutout. So
okay.
As well. So yeah, so that's cool. I absolutely adore this record. I pretty much love all the first 5 Cult records are fucking great. So
yeah, you're trying to do a lot of because the Cult stuff's getting money, or it is money. So piecing it together kind of sucks.
Stuff is they're actually doing a repressing of Love, their first record, which comes out at the end of the month. I think next week I have it pre-ordered, so I'm excited to get that.
I love it.
And then I think I have a few more that weren't a part of that big haul. Yes, I do. Okay. So this was at the same Zia, the Camelback Zia. This is Halloween. This is Chameleon. This is their worst record. I'm never going to listen to this. This record's I don't hate it as much as other people do, but it's just not great. I just bought it simply because I want to do the whole thing. And I told Tyler too, and I bought it they're never going to. This might get another repress, but probably not. It's going to be the last thing on the list.
It's not a priority. Well, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Not at all. It's a gatefold double.
So 25.
I do like the. I don't even know if it's the anniversary of it or what. I don't know. I can't remember when this came out. It's 93 to 2016. It came out in 93 or 2016, 23 years. So I don't know. Okay. And it's just on black, but the gatefold's nice.
So this is the last record that you would if you ranked them. This is the very last, and this is the consensus.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Gatefold with the guys in there. It is a nice presentation. This is kind of a cardstock sleeve, so it is very, very cool. It's very heavy. It's quality stuff. It's just
always
quality
stuff.
Not what I'm gonna go after and to put on.
Yeah. No, I think let's see.
Also, that record basically broke up the band, which is funny.
Yeah, because they changed too much. You said, right?
Yeah, I mean, they basically just wanted it. That's why they call it chameleon. They all just started writing whatever they wanted. So, like, the record's really weird. It has no like vibe to it. And then Michael Kiske left the band after that, and then Andy Darris came in. They didn't break up, but Andy came in like 3 years later, 4 years later, or something. That was the next record. So there was like a decent amount of hiatus, and then like the classic lineup basically broke up over it.
That's crazy.
But and then the last thing I got at Camelback before we get into the big Thunderbird haul was this. This is Big Generator. Yes. This is after owner of a Lonely Heart. This is what, 87, if I remember right. So this is getting into the late era stuff. And this had the hype sticker. It's a promo. I know the record's not loved, but I figured I'd add it. This was only a few bucks. It's also a cutout too. So it's a cutout promo, which is weird. And it's got the hype sticker on there. So I was like, okay.
That's So I think your strategy on the Yes is great. Because everything, it's not, I wouldn't say it's not dirt cheap, but Yes is hovering at like $12, let's say, for really minty stuff. Yeah. And it's a good strategy to get on it right now, because it's just gonna go up. Like, they're gonna have a resurgence, like the prog kids are gonna get back or whatever. It's gonna go up just like everything else does. So it's a good,
you would think
it's a good strategy to get them right now.
Yeah. So I'll add that. Now let's get into the main haul. This is where we get into the really good stuff. So I was super stoked to get this. This is Queensryche. This is their debut EP. This is really the last thing I needed to kind of complete the Queensryche, at least stuff that's like readily, easily available. So was absolutely stoked to get this. This is just an EMI America pressing. I can't remember what it's on Discogs, but it's on my Discogs, but I can't remember what year. But it's definitely an earlier pressing of it. So this is absolutely mint, and I think this came from this same guy that Tyler said that Tyler bought the Van Halen single as well. So we have a theory, because all of it was put out on the same date or roughly near it. So I want to say a giant collection of like this era metal came in. So that's what you're going to see now. So Queensryche debut EP. And that was pretty, it wasn't cheap, but I want to say it was like $20, which is a good price. I got Dio Mystery, another 12-inch single. And this is a Vertigo pressing. It's actually a Japanese pressing.
Okay.
Made in Tokyo. So that is very cool. Absolutely love this song. Another 12-inch single. And it has Mystery and We Rock on one side. And then the other side is Eat Your Heart Out and Don't Talk to Strangers. So there's the back of it.
That's awesome.
Got the guy's got a young Vivian Campbell right there. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So absolutely stoked to get that. Japanese pressing, no Obi or anything, but still cool.
Very cool.
And then
it's really nice. That was minty. Like, these never got played. This guy was a collector.
Yes, these are all gorgeous. Got Dio Rock and Roll Children 12-inch single, and this is Vertigo as well. This is a UK pressing.
Okay.
And this has Rock and Roll Children on one side, and then it's got We Rock and The Last in Line live on the other side.
There you go. It's killer.
Yeah. And again, like Tyler said, these are all gorgeous.
Yeah.
And they all weren't that crazy. Like, I want to say they're all hovering around $10.
Yeah.
So that was mainly why I pulled the trigger. If these were all like $20 plus, I probably wouldn't do it. But
a lot of this stuff too, like me and Ty talk about at this point, a lot of this stuff, like if we're never going to see it again, or we're probably not going to see it again, you just buy it. You have to. Like, that's the way you have to do things, because the odds of us finding a collector that turned in Dio singles, Japanese, and obviously imports, everything is usually for 12-inch stuff, all import singles that are absolutely mint for $10, you're not passing it up. You can't. You can't afford to.
Yeah. And then we have Dio, Rainbow in the Dark.
Nice.
It's obviously a classic song. This has Rainbow in the Dark, Holy Diver, Evil Eyes, and then it has Stand Up and Shout and Straight Through the Heart live from Donington 83, which is they just released that show. Just released that show earlier. Yeah, exactly. So this one is very nice too. And I want to say this is also a Japanese pressing too.
Nuts.
Mercury label, but it's manufactured in Tokyo. That's very, and all these things are really glossy too. Like when Tyler said like it didn't look like they'd been played, like maybe they'd been played once and then put away. So
no, it's because like I mean, obviously that single is loaded, but most of that stuff is absolutely collector's items. They're collector's pieces. Most fans are not buying those. Like there's a reason why we don't see them all the time. It's because over here, especially, people weren't buying them. It wasn't a thing. That's why they're all imports. Why they didn't make it a lot of it in America.
100%. This is the last Dio single. This is We Rock. This is British pressing on the Vertigo label. And it has We Rock on one side and then Rainbow in the Dark live, recorded at Castle Donington 83. So it's funny, these singles, they're kind of incestuous. They take a lot of the same songs. But Holy Diver and Rainbow in the Dark live and We Rock on the A side. And this is probably the worst condition. It's got that ring wear.
Yeah, but it's still mint. No. It's besides the ring wear, it's still absolutely mint.
Yeah, it's very nice, and the LP is gorgeous. So
yeah,
that was all the Dio. So let's keep it going. This is all the same guy. Like I said, it's got to be. I got some Yngwie. Got Trilogy. I know this is a pretty big album. I've listened to it a few times, and I'm not a big Yngwie guy, but again, it's stuff that you're not going to see it again, and it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah. I think those were $9.
They were cheap, yes. This is on There's the back there, and then this is on Polydor. This is a U.S. pressing of this, so nothing crazy about that other than it's just really nice.
Yeah, for fucking dirt cheap.
Yeah, really, really cheap. I don't know, and it's funny because they were on the low end of Discogs too. Mm-hmm. When I put all these in, so I don't know who was pricing shit.
So also another caveat, or not caveat, a little other note here. A lot of this stuff me and Ty talked about. There used to be a guy in town that was a buyer for one of the local like thrift stores, I guess you could say. Not a thrift store, but like a local, like a secondhand media store, bookstore, I guess. Just, they have everything. But anyway, his name was Steve, and we call it Steve's, and it's not the name of the store. That's not the name of the store at all. We just call it Steve's. And I think we talked about it before. And most of these, or a lot of them at least, were all priced from Steve at some point, because we found the little tag in the back and it would say import on there, or it would say like just a little tidbit, just a little one word, whatever, telling you what's going on. And the pricing, and that's all Steve stuff. The guy's gone. We don't know what happened to the guy. The store doesn't exist anymore, but he always had really nice stuff, and he had really cool prices. And it was always really mint stuff. That was always what we were always like. It was famous for Steve's always having super mint, even the dollar records, all super mint. So it's kind of cool that we've now discovered secondhand Steve records that he already handled and priced, handful and a half years later.
Obviously, we're never going to be able to confirm that, but it's the same price sticker had the writing on there, how he used to do. And they were they were definitely old pricing. Got Yngwie, Rising Force. This is the album's Marching Out. This is the Japanese pressing of this. Got the Obi with it as well, which is very fucking cool. And then there's the back ad. Got Deep Purple and Rainbow and Alcatraz. Yes. Very cool. And this is the record that has Jeff Scott Soto on there. Pretty cool record. And just on the Polydor red label. So absolutely stoked to get that. And then just for shits and gigs, got the American pressing too, which is also equally as nice. So the guy had the Japanese and the American pressing. And it's, you never see used Yngwie. So it had to be from the same collection because there was just a bunch of Yngwie there. There was actually a single there that I didn't buy too.
Yes, there was. Yes. That was that was one of the few things you did leave behind.
And then almost done, but getting into some Metal Church. This is Blessing in Disguise. Got the hype sticker on here, which is very cool. Still in cellophane, which is awesome. On the old Elektra label. Now, Metal Church is kind of early U.S. power metal. I really wouldn't consider them thrash, but early U.S. power metal. And the main driving force behind, I don't know why the guy's name is escaping me. Maybe Tyler remembers it, but he was Hetfield's guitar tech. So when Hetfield like burned his arm and shit during the GNR tour, that's the guy who started playing. He played guitar for a lot of that tour. And I can't remember the fucking guy's name, and I don't know why. Is it on the back here?
So you've told me before. So hold on.
Is it John Marshall?
I believe yes, John Marshall. Yes, immediately came up.
Okay. So yeah, yes. Mike Howe was one of the. I think Mike Howe just passed away too. Mike Howe was like kind of the main guy in the band, but I remember John Marshall was in for like the first like quite a few records. I think he's a founding member. But his main call was he was a guitar tech for Hetfield, and they were also on Elektra, obviously just like Metallica. This was an original U.S. pressing of Blessing in Disguise, so that is absolutely awesome to find. And when the 89 was this record too, which is you're getting into CD era almost. So very, very cool to find that. And this wasn't that bad either. It's like $20.
Yeah.
This is awesome. And then this is my favorite Metal Church record. I got The Dark. This is also an original US pressing on the Elektra label. This record absolutely fucking is really, really good. What's the name of the song? Yeah, Watch the Children Pray is a fucking awesome song. This is also a cutout too. I just noticed that.
So these were all on clearance at one point. I mean, the guy might have bought all three of it because they're all three are cutouts, aren't they? Or no?
I think I got 3 cutouts in here. Not all the Metal Church.
Not all the Metal Church. Okay. I was gonna say maybe he just one spell swoop just got all of them.
Yeah, and then the last thing to show off, it's just the self-titled Metal Church. Cool album cover. Awesome. Got a little bit of ring wear, but otherwise really clean. All these LPs are really nice.
85?
The old Elektra label. I had to look it up here. God damn it, dude.
I had it right here.
Yes, 85.
Nice. Oh, that first one's 84. Lied to you. So that pressing might be 85 then. I don't know.
Oh, this is 80. It originally came out in 84?
July 84. So that might be an 85. If it has a stamp for 85 on there, it might be an 85 press maybe.
But yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it looks like 85 on the back. I can barely read it.
Yeah.
And I can barely and then the LP. So that, anyways, don't want to go on about that forever. But yeah, Metal Church. So found a bunch of kick-ass metal all at once, which is very rare. Usually you go and you see nothing and you don't want to go anymore. But this was like one of those things where it's like,
I can't remember
going.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like, we were fearful that it's still actually getting priced and more was going to come out later that night or the next morning. Like that was our thought was there's probably another box for them getting priced out and they're going to put it out the next day or like later that night. So we were kind of concerned about that a little bit.
It's very possible because that was like it. I almost bought everything that looked like it was from the same collector. And yeah, there wasn't like big heavy hitters.
Yeah, so
all that stuff's really cool.
Yes.
But there was no like the typical shit like Priest or Sabbath or Maiden, like the big bands.
So we theorized those might have gotten picked. Those might have gotten put out sooner and immediately, stocked up by somebody else and whatever, which is understandable. And then they gave us the leftovers, or Ty more the leftovers, and it's still fucking kick-ass killer shit. But there was definitely nobody's buying a bunch of Metal Church records and not buying everything else of the era. Like a bunch of Yngwie stuff and nothing else of the era. It's not a thing. Like your niche is not that. So I think we missed out a little bit, but I still think you absolutely came out like a fucking bandit for sure.
Yeah, it was very cool to find that stuff. Like I said, everything was priced towards the lower end of Discogs too for most of it, which is really strange for them because usually they look at the first thing and it's like, all right, whatever's the most expensive, regardless of condition. But I kind of
the Accept was some of the stuff you left. I was like the only two you left behind that we theorized before was from that same collection.
I already had that. I already had I think that album that you showed me or whatever. But that's why I left it behind. But anyways, guys, it was really cool to find that because like I said, you go through like a dry spell. You're just buying represses and shit and reissues or new stuff that comes out. But the thrill of the hunt is finding old shit that is still nice and finding just a treasure trove of stuff. That's the fun part of going out to record stores. And 100%. It's few and far between these days. And I didn't go back. I haven't gone back since. So there very well could have just been a bunch of shit put out over the last 2 weeks and we would have never known. But it's all right. Well,
it's I think a lot of that stuff too we've never seen before, like period. So like it's we've never seen it before. We're probably not going to see it again, especially not in that condition. And especially not priced the way it was. So I think we won quite a bit.
Yeah, those prices aren't stagnant, man. They just go up. Like the longer time goes by, the more that shit's just gonna go up, and some of that shit will probably never see represses. So, anyways, guys, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say because eventually at a certain point, like we talked before, a lot of stuff, especially a lot of metal stuff and older metal stuff, eventually it's going to settle, and you're not going. That's the reason why the prices go up, because you're not going to see it on the market that much, because everyone that wants copies are going to buy the copies, and then it's just going to kind of settle, and you'll see stuff pop up seldomly or every so often or whatever. But all this stuff, collector stuff, it's all collector stuff that people are probably not going to get rid of that often. So that's why the prices go up, and it gets more demand and everything else. It gets crazy.
Yeah, it's just a finite amount of stuff. It truly is. And it's even a finite medium as well. So, anyways, guys, if you made it this far, give us a like, subscribe, comment down below. What did you like in this haul? And stick around. Check out the main show. Mostly weekly, usually.
Hey, we only missed 2 weeks. It's fine.
Yeah, very true. We do a deep dive into a specific topic, usually relating to music or artists or vinyl, stuff like that. So check us out. We would appreciate you sticking around with us. But anyways, guys, we will see you next time. Peace.